So every day, let us keep doing 3 questions. As I told you, today I'll tell you what is the format to write the answers also. So first I'll tell you the format. From tomorrow, start writing it in that format. Remember, as I always said, in law, the more you practice, the better are the chances for you to clear. Yes. So writing 3 questions every day will definitely keep you on track. I am thinking at least let us do it for 20 days. If we can do it even after that also, it's well and good. Yes. And I'll try to bring little tricky questions as the time pass by. We are just done with one unit, so we have very simple topics with us. Yeah. Okay. And towards the end, now for example, today I'll be sending you this particular 3 questions, and tomorrow again there will be 3 questions. Tomorrow after the test is done, I'll be adding that 3 questions to this three. So that like that I'll be sending you cumulatively. Yep. Yes. Okay. So how do we write the question? As I always tell you, in the exam there is 3 types of questions possible. That is what they will ask. The 3 types of question will be people. One is direct question. Sir, give us an example of direct question. This is an example. What is the role of executive? Explain the Ministry of Home Affairs in detail. That's a direct question. There is nothing much you need to worry about. Whatever is there in the book, write down. That's all. Sir, there is a second type of question, that is people difference-based question. Difference-based question, people, you are expected to write in the tabular column. And remember, let us imagine if the 4 marks question is there. Sir, is it okay if I just write 4 points? No, people, it is not sufficient. In your book, if they have given 6 differences, you are expected to write 6 differences only and not 4. So remember that. The third thing, sir, whenever there is an indirect based question, or we can also call it as people a case based question. Now, how do we have to present this? Now, whatever I am telling you, keep all this in mind. Now, what is that? Certain things you need to keep in mind. First thing, people, sir, is it mandatory for me to write section numbers and case names, case laws, wherever it is required? People, in multiple places, ICAI has clearly said, if you do not write section numbers and case laws, they will not deduct any marks. However, remember, that doesn't mean a person writing sections and case laws, they are not telling we will not allot him the same marks, or they are not telling we are not hereby restricted from allotting extra mark. So a person who is not writing may not be awarded a full mark, but they are not deducting anything. But a person who is writing the case law as well as the section number, you have high chances of getting that 1 mark extra. So wherever possible, try to remember. That is point number 1. Point number 2, remember, never write your answers, whether direct or indirect. Never write it in lengthy paragraphs. Try to split it into points and write. Sir, now what do I mean by that? You have a question, people, today. They have asked, what is the process of making law? If you look at your module, they have given you the answer in a 1 paragraph, which is having 5 to 6 lines. That's a paragraph. Never write the answer in a paragraph form. Try to split the answer into points. Now, what do I mean by this? Now, for example, the same thing. Now, this is what is there in our exam, in our module also. What did I do? I've just split the same paragraph into point-based solution. This will always have maximum weightage when compared to a paragraph form of presentation. Hello? Sir, so does that mean I should just split the entire paragraph into points? Wherever it is sensible, wherever you think it's a different point, that you can make it as a different line. Now, for example, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha I can make it as 1, and then Rajya Sabha I can make it as 1. President of India I can make it as 1. Official Gazette I can make it as 1. Rather than keeping it as a paragraph. Remember this, keep it in mind. Yes. Because people, paragraph form, it is very difficult for the evaluator to focus where the answer is. It will be very, very confusing. Hello? Making sense? Yes. Now, sir, even in this paragraph, even in this point also, remember, in the entire, now say for example, here there is how many? 6 points. See, we are expecting that the evaluator will go through the entire answer. But my question, what if they do not go through? Now, how do I tell, sir, this is the answer? So remember people, a good practice number 3, the third thing you need to keep in mind, what? Wherever there is an important point, try to underline that. Now because of this, what happens? You're clearly telling the evaluator, sir, you need not even check the entire answer. Don't read it. Why do you have to read it? I am only telling you where the answers are. Please just check these underlined words. Now remember, do not just underline the entire answer script. Whichever you think is a very key word, important word in that answer, underline that. Are you getting the point? All of you? Yes? Now that is the third thing to keep in mind. Underlining is very, very important. Fourth thing, I had to tell, I forgot. Sir, can we, you said if we don't write section numbers, they are not going to deduct the marks, correct? Yes. Sir, what if we write a wrong section? Wrong section, people, is like a suicide. Sorry to say, but yes. Why? People, because if you write the wrong section, people, that means the evaluator will understand you are referring to some other provision. They will not even read. They will, that means what? Let us imagine your section number is wrong. Your entire paragraph is right. The question may be for 4 marks. People, there are chances that you got 0 marks. Never write a wrong section. Never. Keep this in mind. All of you, writing a wrong section is gone. Why? It's like, what is that? Operation successful, but patient died. What's the use? Are you getting the point? Yes? Okay. Now, sir, the last one I need to tell you is how to answer the case-based question. How do I answer the case-based question, sir? The case-based question can be presented in this format. What is that? Always split your answer into 3 paragraphs. What are the 3 paragraphs? The 3 paragraphs are, my first paragraph, I can call it as provision. My second paragraph, I will call it as facts. My third paragraph, I will call it as conclusion. So in your answer, there should always be 3 paragraphs. Now, for example, in our case, what is the question that they have asked? Now, in our case, the question they have asked is people, Mr. Asim is a learned advocate. His car was stolen from his house. He gave an advertisement in newspaper that he will give the reward of 10,000 rupees who will give the information about his car. Mr. Vikram reads the advertisement and on making some efforts got the stolen car and informed Mr. Asim. Mr. Asim found his car but denied giving reward of 10,000 to Mr. Vikram with the words, an advertisement in newspaper is just an invitation to making an offer and not an offer. Hence, he is not liable to make the reward. State with reasons whether under Indian Contract Act, Mr. Vikram can claim the reward of 10,000 rupees or not. Now, first of all, tell me, can Vikram claim this reward? Yes. On what grounds? General offer. Now, you are expected to write 2 things here. What? One is, in the given scenario, whatever they're asking, the main provision that is involved, that is people general offer. Whenever a person who Mr. Asim, he gave an advertisement in a newspaper saying that whoever finds his stolen car, I will give you 10,000 rupees of cash reward. Now, whenever someone people just finds the stolen car after looking at the advertisement, general offer means what people? An offer given to public at large. In general offer, will there be acceptance? No. In general offer, what is an acceptance? You following the conditions itself is an acceptance. That means what? If at all someone is telling, if you can find the missing car, if you find it, that itself is an acceptance. Agreed? So sir, it's a general offer. Now they're asking one more thing. Asim is telling, no, this is an invitation to an offer. I invited you to make an offer. They're telling, is it an invitation to offer? This
on the sale of the product, particular thing given in the advertisement, it is considered to be an invitation to offer.
So, what do you mean by invitation to an offer? Invitation to an offer is nothing but where you are inviting the other party to make an offer. Here there is nothing like that. What does the person, who is the other person, Vikram, what does Vikram has to make an offer here? So this is not at all the case of invitation. So when I'm defining my answer, what will I write? In my provision, I'll clearly write people that my provision means what? First, I need to tell what is the law speaking about this case. Meaning on what basis. I always tell you should never answer the question with heart. It should always be with brain. When I say brain, there should be some law behind it. If law is not there, your answer is wrong. Now in my provision, what will I be writing? My provision is very clear. My provision clearly has to say, I have to write what is a general offer. According to general offer, an offer which is given to public at large, which can be accepted by anyone by just following the conditions prescribed in the ad, will itself be considered as an acceptance. Hello? And an invitation to an offer is an invitation which is given to, or which is given in a advertisement form, inviting the other party to make an offer. An invitation to offer is different from an offer. Correct? Huh? Now people, that is my provision. I just need to speak the law terms. Did I say anything about Asim here? Anything about Vikram here? Nothing. So my first paragraph only should speak about the law. Nothing about terms, characters, whether Asim will win, Vikram will win, nothing you should speak in the first paragraph. Now come to the second paragraph. What is second paragraph? Facts. Now what does the fact say? What do you mean by facts? Facts is nothing but people. Summary of your question. Summary of your question. Just divide the question into 2 to 3 points and just write down that only again here. So always remember, whenever I write facts, facts is nothing but summary of your question only. That means what will I be writing here? In the given case, Mr. Asim lost his car and gave an advertisement of rewarding a person whoever finds the car. Yes, point number 2. Mr. Vikram found it and hence claimed the reward amount. Point number 3, Asim denied the claim by saying it was an invitation to an offer. Hello? Did I write any answer here? Nothing. Facts is always a summary of the question only. That's why remember, your provision can be bigger. Facts should never be big. It should be 2 points or 3 points. Because they remembered, you know, I know, evaluator know. You're writing facts on the question only. That should not be lengthy. It should be short. Hello? Making sense? Now come conclusion. What does conclusion say? Conclusion says, now you will have to write who wins, who doesn't win. All of that you need to write it here. Now, how do I have to write the conclusion? Directly go and see. They would have given you in the question itself. State with reasons whether under Indian Contract Act, Mr. Vikram can claim the reward of 10,000. Whether Vikram can claim the reward of 10,000. I will write people referring to the, now I'll write my conclusion referring to the provision and facts. Referring to the provision and facts, yes, Mr. Vikram can claim the reward of rupees 10,000 as it is a general offer and not an invitation to an offer. Hello? Are you getting the point? Now this is where your answer should come. Now generally what people will do, where do they go wrong? Where do they do the mistake? You will start your answer only with Vikram will win the case, Vikram will not win the case. And that is a very wrong way to write your answer. And this is the procedure you need to follow. Are you getting the point? All of you understood? Now this is clear. Now going forward, this is the format you guys have to present your answer with. Now imagine if there is any, if you guys know any provision, if you know section, how will I write if I know the section? Let us imagine if the question is asked on, say for example, anything, say for example, essential elements. If they are asking a question which is involving essential elements, then how will I write? I'll be writing as per section 10 of Indian Contract Act 1872, the essential elements are defined as, or I can even write according to section 10 of Indian Contract Act 1872. Sir, now what if I'm not able to remember any section? In one of the answer, don't write this for everything. If at all you're not, if you want to present it in a right way, imagine you know everything, whatever is that question, but you do not know the section number alone, and you want to start your answer with that question, then you can write it this way. As per the relevant section, of the Indian Contract Act 1872, essential elements of Indian Contract Act means, and you can write it this way. Understood? Yes, sir. So keep this in mind. Yeah. Sir, and what is the marks and all? You will be having 2-mark questions also. You will be having 7-mark questions also. All of that will be there. Probably towards the end, we'll be taking up question papers and we'll be solving it so that you will know how the question paper is going to come. And remember one more thing, you need not have to write the answers in the same format. That is, I need not have to write 1, 2, 3. I can first choose to write the third question. Next, I can go to the first question. You can mix and match. It is always allowed. Yes. So keep this much in mind. Absolutely fine. Clear? Okay. So coming to today's one. First one we already seen. It's a 3 marks question, which was easy enough. The second one, what is the process of making law? What is the process of making law? There will always be a committee that will be formed. The committee will submit a bill to the parliament. So there will be a bill, a draft will be submitted to the parliament. First it will be submitted to the Lok Sabha. Once the bill is accepted in Lok Sabha, then it goes to Rajya Sabha. Once it is approved in Rajya Sabha also, the President of India assents, gives his consent, and after that it will be published in the official gazette of India. Agreed? So the law will become applicable from the date mentioned in the notification as the effective date. That means in the official gazette, I'll tell you, from the law will be effective from, say for example, 15th of March 2026, and from that day the law will be effective. Clear? Yes, sir. What is the role of executive? Explain the Ministry of Home Affairs. After a law is passed in Parliament, it has to be enforced. Somebody should monitor whether the law is being followed or not. So the role of executive is nothing but they implement the law in the ground level. That's the role of executive. Now what is the role of Ministry of Home Affairs? You were expected to write mainly people, the departments. So how much ever you guys were able to write, based on that you guys will get the mark. Now what do they say? It is a Ministry of Government of India. As an interior Ministry of India, it is mainly responsible for maintenance of internal security and domestic policy. The Home Ministry is headed by Union Minister of Home Affairs. The Department of Ministry of Home Affairs, what and all are there? We had seen. One is border management. Next one is internal security. Next one is Jammu and Kashmir. Next one is official language. This was an all easiest one. You guys could have just written that as well. So Department of Border Management, Department of Internal Security, Department of Jammu Kashmir Ladakh Affairs, Department of Home, Department of Official Language, Department of States. Okay. So if you guys have written all of this, yes, you guys will get the mark. Clear? 4 you wrote out of this. Okay. but if you have written everything else also, out of 5 marks, you may expect somewhere around 4. But if you have written everything else, yes?
Without everything also,
You get 4.
No. Let us imagine out of so many departments, did you write every department?
If we write every department, we'll get 5.
Correct.
so border management, state. and
So let us imagine you have written 1, you have not written, you have not written 2. So accordingly, the marks will also be given. People remember, getting out of 4 is very challenging only. Meaning 5 on 5, your answer should be like a role model answer. That means you should have not missed any key points. Then yes, there are high chance of you getting the out of 4. Clear? Any other thing you guys had? You wanted clarification with regards to questions, answers, and all? How we can present the answers based on marks. So remember, people, how much you write is irrelevant. Yesterday you had that question also. Imagine if it's a 5-mark question. How much am I expected to write, sir? The answer can be even 1 page. The answer even can be 1.5 page. The answer can even be 2 page. That is also fine because you never know what is the provision they're asking you, right? But remember, if it's a 5-mark question, try to restrict your answers within 1.5 page. Don't go beyond that 1.5 page. Yeah? I'm saying because you know that's the weightage. Now 3 marks and all, make sure it is not going beyond probably 3/4 of a page. It should not go beyond that. Keep it short. Why?
Mandated to write one and a half pages for 5 marks.
I did not say mandate. See, the simple is the policy and the process is simple. What? There is no weightage for quantity. Me thinking I'm writing all 1 page, 1 mark, I will pass. That is never the scenario. Then quality. What do I mean by that? That's why I told you, right? Difference between, even if it's a 4-mark question, if the book says 6 points are there, you're expected to write 6 points also. Yes or no? Now, why did I say don't go beyond 1 page or 3/4 of a page for 3 marks question? Because in law, the biggest challenge, as I told you, will be completion of the 100 marks. For 3 marks, if you start writing 1 page, 1.5 page and all, trust me, you're losing time crazily. Now, today, on an average, what is the time you guys took to write the exam? For 3 questions, how much time you took? 25 minutes you took? 25. I think the number of marks was, one was 4, one was 5, one was 3. So 12 marks. You guys took 25 minutes. Now you guys only try to do. In that 2 was like a cakewalk question. There was nothing for you to use your brain. But first one, did you use your brain? At least little. Your book, your pen was getting stuck when you was writing. That's what I'm telling you. The more you practice, the better for you. So do this habit every day. Clear? Yes? Okay. Again tomorrow, the same thing. We will, the class will be 3:30. That means the test will be happening at 3:30. 4:15 we'll discuss the paper and then we'll start the class. Clear? Okay. Sir, if the question only says write 3 differences, then write 3 differences only. I'm saying when they don't say you have to write everything.